BYD is now the largest automaker in China, period. The largest. A lot of analysts, including Charlie Munger, believe that BYD is going to crush Tesla like a little insect on the sidewalk. They believe that BYD plans a global assault. So is BYD actually planning a true global assault? Will they sell their electric cars and plug-in hybrids in the United States? Well, the CEO of BYD has chimed in. He's given his honest answer. He's told us what's going to happen. It's probably not what you might be thinking. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm the Electric Viking. My name's Sam Evans. I'm coming to you from Bangkok in Thailand. Welcome to the new subscribers. Welcome back, everyone else. I first started reporting on BYD pretty much as soon as I started this channel, about 22, 23 months ago. At the time, BYD wasn't really that big of a car manufacturer. They had a few plants. They were making some EVs. And within a very short space of time, they went from being pretty much an unknown car maker in China to, well, the second biggest, or some would say the first biggest electric car manufacturer in the world. Now, according to the way I look at EVs, BYD, it's not the first biggest in the world because nearly 60% of the cars they make right now are plug-in hybrids. The rest of them are electric, fully electric. So if you include plug-in hybrids, then yes, they are the biggest in the world. This year, their sales are up 81% versus the first quarter of last year. Amazing numbers. In a Chinese car market that is being destroyed and crushed and sinking into the abyss, BYD and Tesla and GAC, they're the three car companies that are just shining a light. Legacy automakers, they're in huge trouble there. BYD clearly does want to expand. They want to go elsewhere. They're building a factory in Thailand. They're building factories in several places around the world. They're building a factory. They already have a factory in India. They have many, many car factories. There's so many, it's sort of like hard to, you sort of lose count. There's so many. Do they plan on building a factory in the United States? Do they plan on conquering North America? Well, there's a flat out answer. It's black and white. The answer is no. Do BYD plan on even selling cars in North America? The answer is no. May there be a distributor in North America that will sell their cars? Yes, absolutely. Is that happening this year? No. Are BYD a threat to Tesla in North America? No. Why? Why is this? Well, there is a good reason for this. But for the time being, BYD don't have any current plans at all to enter the United States passenger car market. Founder Wang Shanfu said, throwing cold water on the prospect of the Chinese electric vehicle maker challenging Tesla in its home market for now. There's been quite a few analysts saying once BYD enters North America, Tesla should look out. Well, that probably won't happen within the next 5 years. Not probably, in fact, it won't happen within the next 5 years at least. BYD reported net income more than quintupled last year after it sold a record number of EVs. In fact, it made $1.1 billion in profit in the fourth quarter of last year, which was 1,100% more profit than it made in the same quarter the previous year. Now, BYD said it had entered a full expansion phase for its electric vehicles in China, in many other parts of the world, but it's not interested in North America. Why would that be? I mean, we're talking about the equal second biggest car market. The North American car market is as big as the European car market. You've got China, number one. Then you've got pretty much equal second place, North America and Europe. Most of the time, in fact, North America just beats out Europe. It's massive. There's a huge amount of profits to be made. But you know what? Wang Shanfu, he knows the US government doesn't like him. That's true. In fact, the US government strongly opposes BYD. Before President Joe Biden became President Joe Biden, when he was just another ex-army dude talking about his how great he was, and he's, some people would say great, others would say not so great, depends on who you are. Before he was president, he publicly decried BYD. He said that the United States should try to stop BYD from entering the United States. This was at a time when BYD employed a huge number of people in the US, in California, and in other states. They already make, right now, BYD make, right today, trucks, buses, all kinds of utility vehicles, school buses in the US today. In fact, almost all of their workforce is Americans. They don't hire Mexicans. They don't have any Mexicans. They don't have a factory in Mexico. They actually provide a significant number of jobs to Americans, and they actually really have done a good job contributing to American GDP in their own small way. They're not trying to do anything underhand in the US. In the midst of that happening, Several politicians in the US said on a number of occasions that they were concerned about BYD. This was before BYD was even really a thing worldwide, before you'd even heard of them, and they really went after them. BYD knows that they are in a position where they could easily be crushed. There could easily be sanctions put on them. And frankly, Wang Chuanfu doesn't have the risk appetite, it would appear, that Elon Musk has. Obviously, Musk knows the same thing could happen to Tesla in China. It's happening to other automakers. It's happening to who? Toyota, Volkswagen Group. Many Japanese automakers, a large number of their cars are now almost unsaleable. Well, as of July this year, almost unsaleable. The Chinese government has done this intentionally. It's known what would happen. It's known it would actually crush these automakers without appearing to do so intentionally. It's done it in a kind of an intelligent way, you'd have to say. BYD has no plans for the US because the US has no plans for BYD. The thing is that BYD would love to enter North America because the car market there, well, they could sell so many cars. Imagine if BYD entered North America with the cars like the BYD Dolphin, the BYD Atto 3, the BYD Tang. You talk about cars there where they could sell them at prices above what they're selling them in China and sell them so easily. I mean, BYD has had to reduce its prices in China because everyone else has. So it's a crazy tough market to be in. If they could enter the US, they absolutely would. And when you think about it, they're sort of in position to do so. They have factories there. They have staff there already for years and years and years. They've had staff there. They know how America works. They could do it. But they understand the risks involved, and they understand the US government doesn't want them there. Now, given that BYD isn't entering the US passenger EV market for now, or at least the next 5 years, Wang doesn't foresee any impact from President Joe Biden's Inflation Reduction Act, which offers big incentives for selling EVs, but has stringent requirements on manufacturing and supply chain sourcing. Final details of the legislation passed into law last year and are due to be released on Friday. Now, keep in mind, BYD's vehicles that they produce in the United States actually qualify for the EV incentives. They do qualify. Do the batteries qualify? No, the batteries are made in China. The cells are made in China, shipped to the United States, and kind of repackaged there. So yes, the cars, the trucks, the buses, the utility vehicles that BYD make, they qualify. But the incentives that they'll get, well, who knows what they'll be after the IRA comes into law. There's going to be some changes. Joe Manchin has said he's willing to go to court to enforce the battery sourcing rules. That will, of course, affect BYD's vehicles in the United States. It could be in a big way. Remember, trucks, buses, they get a $20,000 incentive. It's massive. BYD could be in place to be able to not compete. If America wants it, they can put BYD in a position where their commercial vehicles can't compete in the United States car market. Will they do that? They could. Let's wait and see what happens. BYD sold nearly 1.9 million electric and plug-in hybrid vehicles in 2022, more than the previous 4 years combined. It accounted for about 30% of all new energy vehicle sales in China. Half of them were battery-only electric cars. Tesla delivered 1.31 million vehicles, electric cars, globally. This year, it's going to be a tight race between BYD and Tesla. Politics will play a part, but what comes down to it more than anything else is the ability to produce under pressure. This will be the toughest year that either company has faced over the last 3 years. Who's going to be the winner? I don't think it really matters because the two of them are going to pretty much crush everyone else. Thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Bye-bye.